Goalkeeper, 7 members. Substitutes are Turin, Underlapper, Chris Cameron, Robin May, Brett Pace, James Story, coaches Jenny Lewis, and manager is Lisa Minot. That's the Victoria Men's Reserves. Ladies and gentlemen, please make a welcome on board. Queensland's Men's Reserve goal shooter, Callum Herman. Goal attack, Andrew Williams. Wing attack, Wilson Carrington. Centre, Ryan Williamson. Wing defence, Patrick Griffith. Goal defence, Wade Schloss. Goalkeeper, Joshua Logan. Substitutes are Casey Redding, Scott Tyatua, Luke Cameron. Coaches, Maxine Holzberger. Assistant coaches, Brooke McLean. And manager is Casey Patrick Holmes. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your Queensland Men's Reserve on Court 1.
And welcome to the Janaea Netball Centre in Sydney for the 34th Annual Australian Men's and Mixed National Championships. We are coming to you live courtesy of Game Clothing, our major sponsor. My name is Mandy Love, and joining me in commentary today is Australian 23 Sonics coach Matthew Blomley. Welcome.
And welcome to you.
I'm excited to call this game for you. It's grand final day in the men's reserves division. We have the Queensland Suns coming up against the Victorians, your home state. What are you expecting to see today out in court?
This should be an absolutely tight battle. These teams have come up against each other a couple of times this tournament with a couple of close results, and this is last year's grand final as well. Queensland have been much improved over the last couple of years in this reserves division, and they're definitely out with something to prove. They were determined last year to get up. I think they're really going to be pushing the Victorians to make sure that they're accountable for this one.
Exactly. So for the Victorians, starting off in goal shoot, you've got Josh Claverino, goal attack, Clint Allwood, wing attack, Brent DeMonte, centre, Ben Britzman, wing defence, Simon Cartwright, goal defence, Rain Kivavali, and goalkeeper, Sam Mikiras. On the bench, you've got James Story, Torrin Imamaka, Brent Pace, Rowan May, and Chris Cameron. Coach is Jenny Lewis with manager Lisa Minot. And for the Suns, you've got goal shooter Caleb Herman, goal attack Andrew Williams, wing attack Mason Charrington, centre Brian Williamson, wing defence Patrick Griffin, goal defence Wade Sloss, goalkeeper Josh Logan. And on their bench, you've got Luke Cameron, Scott Taitua, Casey Redden, and Troy Schultz. Coach is Maxine Holzberger, assistant coach Brooke McLean, and manager Casey Papacoombs.
Our umpires today are Stuart Ting, Renee Marshall, and reserve is Amy Winchcombe.
So it looks like the Vics have just got on the board, broken the Suns' centre pass straight away. So we are currently in the first minute of play in the first quarter on this grand final match. A rematch, I should say, shouldn't I?
Yeah, absolutely a rematch between these guys. Bit of change up in both of the teams from last year, but still quite solid group from each.
So the Queensland Suns, I know, had an injury. So Troy Schultz actually broke his finger during the round games against New South Wales, which means that Williams comes from wing attack into goal attack for the Suns. He started off in the semi-final match last night. So a bit nerve-wracking being out of position for a grand final appearance, but he did fine last night. I expect to see him pull off much the same today. And
I'm sure they've got a lot of confidence in him there as Clint Allwood hesitates in the shot but sinks it in.
So during the week, during round games, Victoria beat Queensland 39 goals to 32 in round 7. They then met in the semi-final match, the 1 and 2 playoff, where Vic again beat them 35 to 25. And then Queensland last night had a tough battle against South Australian Dragons, winning 38 to 30 in their prelim finals to earn the right to make an appearance here in the big song and dance in their grand final.
Victoria just playing down the one sideline there. Probably need a bit more separation, spread the court a bit. But I think that's a bit of nerves early on.
I expect to see a bit of nerves just in the first couple of minutes, but first team to settle will go okay. We'll see some good solid netball out there on court today. Offloads to Allwood. Surprised Claverino didn't take the shot, he was close enough.
Yeah, it seemed an offload, but obviously trying to work a bit of confidence in early as well. And maybe trying to keep the defenders guessing straight away.
Oh, it was a nice attempt out on by Schloss going for first ball. Claverino pulls out, working around through the top of the circle.
Lovely feed to Mont.
Looking for that offload. She gets to Allwood.
And they've just run that same play twice in a row on that baseline. I think Josh Logan will be getting annoyed at himself not being able to stop that. It'll be risky if they try and run that a couple of times more.
If it's working though, why change it?
Absolutely.
So Williamson with the feed into Williams. Swings it out. High ball to Herman.
Good patience there as well, not trying to force anything.
Now this is Herman's first appearance at the AMNA Champs, so he's a first-year player in his grand final and his maiden debut year, basically. So we've got a couple of first years. Williams, the goal attack for the Suns. This is his first appearance at the AMNA Champs.
And it's good to height in that circle from the goal shooter as well. Like, solid body, bit of height, and can clearly get up there.
Victorians having to go back to reset. Loose pass by DeMonte.
Just a bit of miscommunication in the attack line from Victoria. Taking the eyes off each other, maybe not reading the hold so well.
So let's see how the Suns bring this down the court. Allwood called out a play.
Bit loose defensively at the moment. Need to find their own player perhaps, or if they'll play in space, actually stick to the space.
Oh, these guys are tired. This is the last day. They've played 2 games a day since last Sunday. But it's grand final, isn't it? Nothing else matters.
Nothing matters for the rest of the week. It's grand final day. You've got to give everything you've got today.
1 hour.
There is no excuse to be tired. And these guys have both got benches that they can put on, so you want to give it your all.
And shot there by Herman, so they're able to bring that one back. So 4 goals for 3. Victoria centre pass to come.
Great drive to Mont.
Now, Clint Allwood actually missed the last time these two teams met in the semi-final in the 1-2 playoff, he was actually off ill, so it's nice to see him back out on court. So I don't know if that was just a little 24-hour bug.
Yeah, from what I gather, it was just a bit of a 24-hour bug, but he's got himself right again and back out on court. He's a very experienced campaigner, been playing this reserves team for a very long time now.
And Schloss with the turnover for the Suns. Transitions down court. Herman's got the shot.
Terrific rebound, Kivavali.
Couldn't take the shot though. Okay, so here's some more like first ball pressure from the Suns. So we didn't see that in the first couple of minutes. I think the boys are starting to warm up now to their job at hand. Playing it back. Oh, DeMonte normally has very safe hands. Couldn't hold on to that one.
And Logan was all over that. He saw the loose ball and jumped on it.
Picked up the crumbs. A lot of lateral movement going on for both teams, just wanting to look for more depth down the court.
People actually driving towards the ball. That'd be nice to see. But they are being patient. Both teams are, for the most part, being reasonably patient with it.
Nice D by Makiraz.
Terrific finish for Herman. That's going to be a tough shot to stop. He's got a very high action.
The back three for Victoria, though, they're very smart with what they do. They work together as a unit quite well, so I expect to see some on and off the body from Makiraz against Herman, because there's no point staying on that hold.
Absolutely, and he was working his feet for a long time there. Terrific ball in, though, from range. I think this is going to be part of Victoria's plan here. Let him have a bit of the long shot and contest the rebound. He hasn't been solid on that yet.
Nice distance by Kivavali. So Herman's their money man down the back end for the Suns. He's shot all their goals so far.
Such a strong drive coming in that attack line with Brandon DeMont.
There we go. Like you said, didn't know if you could do it a second time round. Could you? Tried it, got it. Logan will be happy. There's some strong bodies in that shooting circle.
And I don't think he can get away with it against Josh Logan more than that couple of times early on. As soon as he switched on, he's a very tough defender to get past.
And he's trying to stay upright too.
And look at him working those feet around. That's a lot of pressure on the shooter.
And they're looking for, doesn't want it. Cleverina doesn't want the shot. Allwood along the base, wasn't needed.
Oh.
And Schloss.
Flying through. What a... Oh. I'm lost for words for a moment there. That was incredible. He's come flying through from the goal circle all the way through the centre third, kept chasing up, and then delivers to a shooter. Solid ball. Terrific intercept. Well done, Schloss.
Oh, offside. Unfortunately, Williams couldn't do it. Couldn't take the centre pass. So here's an opportunity for the Victorians to sort of plug that one back from that loose pass.
Yeah, if they can score here and score off their centre pass, we're back on centre pass.
Back in the game. Every pass matters in a grand final. Every centre pass matters. Anyone who can get the turnover, you only need to win by one. Good ball.
Nice take as well. As I said, Josh Logan provides a lot of pressure on there, and that was, if you can take any ball against him, you're doing well.
Exactly. So the Vic's currently shooting at 100%. We're sort of 8 minutes down. Break by DeMonte. It's one each off the centre pass.
Yeah, a bit frustrated that Brootsman didn't walk straight in the circle, because the timing probably would have been perfect for that. But this is where you've got to adjust to what your mid-court's doing. Try and get switched on for the next bit. If
you are watching via AMNA TV or via Facebook, please leave us a comment down below or any special shout-outs. And we're using the hashtags AMNA2018, hashtag unmissable. Oh, great feed by Williamson into Herman. Turns and shoots.
Nice soft hands on that as well. Very calm, not heavy on the feet.
Williams is incredibly quick off that line. Great feed from Williams. Oh, shoot that Herman.
Yeah, turn and shoot. He was within even his range, I think.
Eyes down by Kivavali on that occasion.
And Queensland haven't been afraid to give it in low when they've seen the eyes down, which I like, because that's a quick delivery and that doesn't give the Victorian defenders a chance to get it.
So the Suns with a 3-goal lead, but that really doesn't mean a lot in terms of grand final championships, because this is anyone's game still.
A lovely shot, Cleverino.
When Cleverino shooting like that, we've got a game on our hands.
And he's capable of range shots as well. He's been able to shoot from anywhere in the circle for a number of years now, and with a bit of confidence behind him, he's going to be difficult to stop.
Williams with the front cut. High shot.
But well rebounded Herman. And finished.
So Herman currently shooting 9 from 11 at the moment, so decent accuracy. First couple of misses were in the early parts of the quarter, which I'm going to put down to nerves.
And I don't think he's going to be missing too many from that close range.
Not that range, no.
Let alone, if he does miss it, he's got the rebound. I think most of this time it's going to be tough to rebound over him.
Lots of footwork getting worked around Logan and Claverino.
The defence circle's doing a great job here of working them to the one side of the court, but just caught switching the body around. Great low ball in from Clint Orwood.
Clint Orwood, that was crafty. Oh, Orwood comes down heavy. Didn't like the body check, I'm guessing. Footwork call on Mason Charrington.
I think he might have been just caught a bit off guard by the body when he was coming down. Then a bit of a reaction of, okay, now I'm good.
Now, Mason Charrington, the Suns' wing attack, actually had a heavy collision in his semi-final last night. Had a finger in the eye by accident, actually had to go to the specialist. So if you notice his eye, he's actually got a black eye. So I don't know how good his vision is going to be, but he is out there on court and he is not missing out on this grand final opportunity.
He's a tough bugger and he's going to play it out. I don't think there was anyone who could stop him from playing this. He is so determined.
Oh,
well read, McCarris.
Comes out on the fly. Griffin just missed that one. Claverino out of the shooting circle. Works the ball nicely to circle edge, the Victorians. Wants the movement.
Yeah, Claverino is just saying to Orwood, get in a position where you can actually shoot on that one.
And the Vic still shooting at 100%. DeMonte trying to go deep, then comes back up across the transverse line. Double hands over pressure. Oh, Brootsman. Clint Orwood just pops just at the last second. Looking for the shot.
Oh, terrific offload. Just as Logan was attempting to attack him, he just placed it over.
That was an unnecessary penalty there by Schloss, just standing straight in front of Claverino's line of vision. Not needed.
9 goals apiece now. This game is absolutely on with 3 minutes to go.
Long ball. Great pass.
Unfortunately, Sam McKeris was caught on the body a bit too much there. We had spoken about that earlier. The tactic should be playing off him, which they were doing well early.
Footwork call by DeMonte, yeah, definitely carried. He's had a couple of unforced errors to start off with DeMonte, but I don't think that will continue much longer as the Suns turn over the ball with a loose pass.
He's an experienced enough player. He played in 23's grand finals for the last couple of years. He knows what to expect at this level.
Replay ball by Claverino. Tapping the ball down and regathering it.
I was pleased to see immediately just got hands over.
Yes.
That's what you want to see from any goaler.
Instead of the emotional, it wasn't me, what are you doing?
Oh, great chase up, Peter Mont. Unfortunate to get the replay call there.
Charrington hungry for the ball, just rips it out of his hands, wants to get on with it. Oh, Williams free, not used.
But that offload.
They've got it on a string at the moment to Herman, don't they?
Williamson just confined his hands every single time. It's terrific to watch so far.
He is a wing attack, and he's been feeding Herman all week to a T.
I'd like to see Claverino back his shot on that one, but good setup, goal-in setup there. Nice screen, plays the ball over, puts Clint Orwood into an easy range where he's never going to miss those ones.
So 10-all still with 90 seconds to go. Makiris comes out for a look. Great read.
And this is where he is so strong in keeper, when he does have that hunt.
Do you think, though, he gets the hump because the guys out front from Cartwright and Kivavali are doing that great tight man-on-man marking?
Absolutely. It's the work up front that's allowing that to happen. You can't just go hunting as a keeper without the reward of the team doing it.
Exactly.
And knowing that you've got the backup of someone else covering if you do go for the hunt.
And Clint,
well saved in.
Clint Orwood called for the heavy contact call as he was entering the circle. Suns transition. Oh, Williamson just eyes off the ball. Some sloppy play in the last minute. Just trying to make these passes stick. And that's
Williamson
what you want
comes through cleanly. A little bit of body on it, but I'm okay with that. That was a good contest. He was making sure they were accountable. No easy balls through from Queensland at all. They're making sure Victoria have to work for everyone.
Baseline.
Again, goalers both caught the one side. Long range shot.
Oh, loose ball. Kivavali on the transverse line just to pick up the crumbs, saving it. Oh, was that Sloss again?
It was Sloth again. That hand was terrific on that.
Good footwork to get around. They're going to try and, the Suns want to hold him up. They've got 5 seconds left. They don't want to give away an easy penalty in the shooting circle.
And I'm not sure whether the goal scored. We'll get a confirmation on that shortly, I'm sure, as they head towards this. I think the umpire is saying yes, the goal is scored. Because by the time the time was actually called from the on-court umpires, they're saying ball was wholly through.
Goal, yeah. So Victoria lead 11 goals to 10 at the end of the first quarter of this grand final in the men's reserves division. We'll be coming back to you shortly after these adverts. And welcome back to the Janaea Netball Centre here in Sydney. Matthew, we have a game on our hands in the men's reserves grand final. Victoria lead 11 goals to 10. You've got that big smile on your face. Talk to me about what you're happy with the Victorians.
I'm happy with the game overall. I think there's so much intensity after that first couple of nervous minutes. Both teams started finding their feet. I'm loving Josh Logan's Sloss defence in that circle. They're putting so much pressure in there, but at the same time, Victoria's defence. This is looking like a game of defensive turnovers.
Exactly. When Makira started coming off Herman and looking for the hunt, he seemed to get a lot more turnover ball, and that's through the work of Cartwright and Kivavali in front. So I would imagine Coach Jenny Lewis will be telling him to keep looking for that ball on second phase from the Suns.
Yeah, don't rely on that jump too much. Just rely on that attacking at the ball. That's superb when they're doing that. I think they're going to look at try and put a bit more pressure on the feed going into the circle. The ball is on absolute string between Brian Williamson in centre and Caleb Herman in shooter. Like, that hands to hands is, there's no doubt it's going there at any particular point in time.
Exactly, and I expect goal attack Williams to do a lot more front cutting, because I think they'll start doing the double team on Herman. So I expect to see him do a lot more work out in front, because he's a feeder. He knows exactly where Herman wants that ball. And
I think if he can start doing a bit more of that, it's going to bring himself into the game a little bit more, which might actually free up Herman a lot more if all of a sudden he's putting up a couple of shots and is a threat.
Exactly, and I don't know if Patrick Griffin realises, but I think his bib is upside down.
And knowing Patrick, he probably wouldn't be having a clue whatsoever that bib's upside down. As far as he's concerned, it's the right way up. He's looked at it. Yep, it says wing defence. Good.
And just put it on. Allwood with the layup.
And set. Classic basketball finger roll there. That'll be his Bendigo Junior basketball days coming back out there. And we have seen a change for Victoria. Rowan May comes onto the centre, replacing Ben Brutsman. Probably looking for a bit more steady, a bit more fresh legs, perhaps.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with that.
Well done, Rowan May.
Gets the call too. Immediate impact.
And this is where he was very valuable for Victoria last year as well. Sometimes coming off the bench and just attacking the ball. He's a very solid defender himself, but really coming into his own as a centre.
Good attempt at, by Mason Charrington. I like how the umpire just played the advantage rather than resetting that back.
And nice patient feed. Dodge on the ball, I think was...
Clavarino was not happy with that call, was looking for the contact.
He probably should have tried picking that up earlier, to be fair, rather than trying to wait for it to roll in too much. Just grab it.
Now, the Suns have been caught quite high. Lucky they've had the contact call on Cartwright, but both the goal attack, wing defence, and GD for the Suns all caught very high.
They're all above the centre circle. No need for that many players to be up that high at all.
Look for it to go long soon. Oh, Williamson can't hold the feed.
He put some heat on that ball.
There's the front cut we were talking about.
Oh, absolutely picked up. Macaris just picks it up and goes straight away.
And then DeMonte just a steady. Unfortunate. I thought that was a good 3 feet pressure by Griffin against the throw.
One of the things Bedemont's always had with his game is very, very calm when he needs to be. He looks like he's got the ball just for 5-10 seconds somehow with the way he just moves so slowly with it. But yet can put on speed when he needs to.
It's Claverino's first goal for the second quarter. Both Victorian shooters sinking one early in the second. DeMonte holds, connects with Cartwright.
They're playing that sideline a lot so far, Victoria.
Do you think that's because the Suns are forcing them that way? They're forcing them wide?
I think it's a combination of being forced wide and everyone trying to make leads into that same space. Running down lines rather than getting some separation.
Oh, there's Claverino on the floor again.
And Logan all over, Schultz all over that ball.
Look at the shoulders coming through. Heavy, nice feed though into Allwood. That just shows his experience though as well, Allwood.
And Benemont not waiting for the setup to occur, just seeing eyes down, releases it.
Yep, exactly. Schloss gets the centre pass receipt. No one driving down up through the court for the Suns. So need Williamson or Charrington just to fire because they're just sort of standing a little bit static for my liking. Feed into Herman. Kiras with a great stretch.
Very low shot on that particular one. Hasn't been quite low with it. Maybe a bit too much arm on there. Probably helping force that one a bit lower. Yeah, quick swing ball works well.
Oh, roll by Allwood. Schloss read it, just couldn't get his feet to it.
And it was terrifically placed ball by Claverino there. Logan is all over him, and
I wonder if there's like a sweat patch on the floor. We had that last night in last night's game, so I just wonder because Claverino's fallen over every single time the ball's gone down there.
And I don't think it's because of being pushed too much.
No, I don't think so
Logan's
either.
a physical defender, but
not that physical.
By no means does he push people over. Like, fair chance there is a sweat patch there, and these guys, it's a hot stadium. These guys working there.
It is extremely
Butts
warm.
Off. And as soon as one person goes down, there's a nice big smear across that circle.
Great shot by Herman over and some intense pressure by Makiras over the
looking
shot.
to get a break again here, Queensland.
Break.
And as I say that, they'll want to convert.
Your home state's going to be like, don't say anything. Oh, don't have a... Really struggled for that one. Looks like there's only one lead to the ball by the Suns. Like, no one's driving. There's a drive. Charrington will run all day. Got to go long. Oh, loose pass, and there's Makiras on cue.
It's almost going to have to be called the librarian. That's how much he's reading it like a book.
I like that. That's a good one. Oh, there goes Allwood.
I think there's got to be a patch there. Another player's just gone down.
Off shot by Allwood.
Oh, great rebound.
Oh, sorry, by Claverino. Gets his own rebound.
Overshoots it, but Allwood with the tap down.
Off.
Just... Yeah.
Towel.
Claverino's just indicated it's a bit too sweaty there. Let's get that fixed up. Still not happy with his shot on it, I think, either. And Casey comes out to towel up for us.
I'm
Better
glad
give her a shout out.
she's got a proper towel too. Last night they had the sweat towels.
They don't absorb.
And they don't absorb it. I'm pretty sure they were like just putting more sweat out on the court.
You need a whole shower towel going down there. In some cases, you need the bath sheets.
Now, Claverino's sort of had 3 attempts then and just missed all 3. Is that starting to get into his mind? Do you reckon Logan may be getting into his head just marginally?
Sometimes that can happen with his shot where he just gets a little bit frustrated and he's probably overthinking that sweat patch. And we know some goalers can get a few things in their head, but now that it's cleaned up, he's probably going to be right with it, I think.
Ooh, that was a quick off the line.
Herman's coming out of the circle a bit now.
He does that.
It's a good tactic, I think, as well. Keep Macaris moving.
Oh,
bit too much on the feed from Charrington.
It was on though. Absolutely opened up.
It was so on. every one of us would have given that every day of the week.
Nice drive out by Makiras.
Cartwright's connecting really well with that on that next drive. Probably going a bit too flat. Oh, chased by May, but
Cleaned
Logan's
up by
all over it.
Logan. And here comes Schloss. DeMonte challenges. Nice centre by Griffin. Oh, in now.
And that's
Good
the wing
ball.
attack game
Yes.
coming out. That was an absolute wing attack move. Quick lateral ball and then drive so fast. That was pretty to watch.
That's what he needs to do all the time. Herman converts.
And Herman's going to have to watch that lean in on his shot, I think. He's starting to find himself a little bit off balance, which he wasn't doing earlier.
Falling forward on it.
Patient kick back from Allwood.
Victorians all on the one side again. Now they've balanced out. Great work by Charrington. Offside though. Knew it. Smiles at the umpire. Still gets the call.
I think he could have almost kept that onside if he'd
Body
tried, but
control.
you know what? That could be that eye not seeing where the line is.
Possibly. Nice feed to Allwood.
Probably a bit too predictable, that goal at a goaler.
Oh,
But,
quick in.
yes. Oh, why kick that back and not look for the shot? You've done the work.
Nice, yeah, body check on Logan. He's gonna do it all day. Not call. Oh no, no call.
No,
on him.
I think it's obstruction outside.
Oh, Schloss, great read. The library is open.
The library is open all over the place. We've got the Encyclopedia Britannica down one end, and we've got the whole other reference section down the other. Dewey Decimal would be loving this.
Kivavali just screaming through on that tight marking against Williams. Kivavali for me is someone who is very, like people underestimate the skill and talent that he's very unassuming.
He's not a showy player by any
No.
means. He just goes about it, works hard, absolute workhorse in defence, and that allows for the players around him to look so good.
Suns defenders both called out as Allwood takes the shot.
He was like that as a 23s player many years ago as well, and then after a few years off coming back, did not lose any rhythm at all.
Very shady saying with the many years.
Some players have been around a while,
They're just experienced. Oh, Makiras looks for it.
and that's the hands-on pressure from May there.
He's had a great impact into this second quarter.
And
Oh,
that might be a tactic from Jen Lewis as
Nah,
well.
look at
to
him, he's-
keep fresh legs through that centre even.
Mays looks like he's tweaked his ankle a little bit. Watch out for him. We'll see how he goes running through the court in the next play.
Yeah, a bit heavy on that leg, isn't he?
Just a bit ginger.
But, yep, taking a big breath and he's gone, no, I'm right. He's another very unassuming player, Rowan May. Just goes about it, but then can cause so many turnovers.
Claveruno forcing the umpire to see the body contact that Josh Logan had on him. Both of those players very willing in that shooting circle.
And well finished. That's all they need in that circle. Some patience, not trying to force the ball, and not trying to play to what the defence are doing. Play their game.
So Victoria still maintain their lead, 18 goals to 14. Nice
Herman backs his
distance.
shot as well.
Yeah.
He was never hesitating as soon as he looked at that. Good change of direction. Demont read that May had already gone, came back up, but saw the offload ready to go.
And it looks like Claveruno's found his shot again as well, which is nice to see.
I'd like to see a bit of variation on Queensland's centre pass setups here. They've run overloads on either side of the court. We need to see something a bit different.
I like how all the teams come with their stretches and set plays, and 9 times out of 10, everyone's got the same plays.
There's not a lot of originality that occurs with some of those basic plays, but they still work.
Williams with the feed to Herman, who converts for the Suns.
That's all Queensland need to do, is work it into Herman in that range.
Oh, Schloss out for the fly. Logan just needs to hold his stretch there.
That allowed for the one-on-one, but great hands, Logan.
And picked up by Schloss. Running the outlet pass as well, getting that connecting drive.
He brings it out well for a big fella, Schloss, as well.
Oh, yeah, he's no slouch.
He looks a little bit awkward in his shoulders, but he still just powers through.
he can run.
Well done. That was good hands. Wasn't the best feed.
No, the feed was a bit low, which was gave the Vic defenders a chance to have a go at the ball there. There we go. Here's the feed. Oh, off the ring.
It'll do.
Does that count as a shot?
It depends who's doing the stats, I think.
I'm not going to give it as a shot. Definite pass.
We could see the eyes and the intention of that.
Oh. Contact call against Williams, against the Victorians.
Probably trying to bury in a little bit, but Makiris is very good at showing the umpires what's going on there, even if maybe he's getting a little bit himself.
I'm loving the battle between Logan and Clavarino, both not giving any inch.
And on this occasion, Clavarino's called for it. After being a bit frustrated with it, he just says, oh, here, umpire.
Was that me? Did I contact? Yes, you did. Great take in the air by Williams. What a vertical.
Oh, Rowan May.
Where did you come from?
Flying hand.
Now here comes the composure. And that's what I like about the Victorian style of play. They need to set and go backwards in order to go forwards. It's a very New Zealand thing.
It can be at times. The very New Zealand, just release,
New Zealand
something lateral, then go.
It was almost a 3-second call. Oh, Schloss again.
And just a bit of miscommunication. Even Clavarino was willing to say to me, look, sorry, I probably moved off that.
Oh, Kivavali, this is a battle of the defenders. Which shooting circle can keep their wits about them?
And finishes that time, Clavarino, not a hesitation. Pushes the margin out to 4 again, 20-16, Victoria's way.
See, Herman is set. Oh, Makiris did a good job getting his feet around the last minute.
Oh, good look in as well.
You'd want him to take that. It was good of Williams because he kept Kivavali busy.
They've got to stop hesitating on that feed to Herman. Start giving it a little bit more flight, a little bit more air. We're giving it too flat for a little bit here. I think that's a little bit of tiredness coming in. But release it. Don't be afraid.
I agree. Logan comes around.
He's so good at getting around the body. He's just one of those defenders you just love watching. It's such a battle the whole time.
Yep.
Other than that, literally the first 2 minutes, again. Where's the backup?
And footwork call on May.
Absolute workhorse, Logan.
We're entering the last 90 seconds of the men's reserves grand final, featuring Victoria, who currently lead 20 goals against their opposition Queensland Suns, who are on 17. Oh, or possibly hold ball.
Yeah, very close on that one. Just no options up front.
Long ball.
Too much on it.
Makiris did a good job getting in behind Herman on that one, so he couldn't get his feet around to the ball.
Yeah, a bit of a low release on that. Probably didn't help it with the arc. Just need to go slightly higher on a release.
Minute to play. That's more than enough time to score a goal in netball.
Patience again from Victoria, kicking it back, as we spoke about before.
Clavarino comes out. Josh Logan doing a good job. Oh, eyes down by Schloss, who feeds it into Allwood. Contact call on Clavarino. No goal.
Stands straight out of play, accepts it. Logan's got the battle there, won just for the moment on the pushes. Clavarino will need to reassess the way he's approaching that body.
And not to get caught up in the physicality that Logan is giving him. Well, they're both giving it to each other, really.
Even work a bit of a positional swap there for a little bit, just to come away from that particular body for a bit.
Now, the Suns have got 30 seconds. Let's see if they can get a quick into the circle.
Yeah, you want a quick delivery here, try and score a goal, get it back to Victoria, get their centre pass happening, so you can get a turnover.
Long bomb.
Much better pass.
Makiris just looks at the ground. Not a lot he can do in that situation.
Oh, I would not be running that as a centre back.
No, he wouldn't. And that is time.
I would have been going, whose centre is it? Where's the ball?
Oh, did you drop
it?
No.
Why are you running back for that one? There's 8 seconds on the clock. You've got time.
So we will start the second half with a Queensland centre pass as they trail the Victorians by 1 in this men's reserves grand final match. It is an absolute cracker. Battle of the defenders. I don't know how it's going to go.
Oh, this is an absolute cracking game. Still 1 goal in it. Nothing is separating them.
Clint Allwood is still shooting at 100%. He's 10 from 10 at the moment. And Herman's percentages, he's only missed 2 goals and he's shot all of their goals for Queensland. It's phenomenal.
It is amazing. He's such a good target there. They've, for the most part, been feeding him well. A little bit sloppiness towards the end.
Yes.
I think they'll address that at this halftime
I think they
break.
will too. Do you envision any changes from both sides, or are they going to leave it as is?
For me, you don't want to change that defensive circle for Queensland. They're playing so well. Same with Victoria. I think you can stick with what's happening at the moment. It's working.
It's working.
It's a tough game. But maybe there's an idea to bring on some fresh legs and inject something new in there.
Something fresh.
We don't know what the coaches are thinking for either of these teams, but I'm excited to see.
I'm excited as well. Well, stay tuned with us, guys, and come back to us after these short ad breaks.
Passion, dedication, fun and fitness. What do all these things have in common? These are all the qualities of Game Clothing and our brand ambassadors, professional athletes Laura Langman and Stephanie Wood. Stay up to date with all the latest ambassador and product news at gameclothing.com.au.
And welcome back to the Janaya Netball Centre in Sydney for the Men's Reserves Grand Final between Victoria and Queensland. We have got a number of changes here for the Queenslanders. So we've got Casey Redden has come off the bench into wing defence. Wade Schloss in a very interesting call, moving from goal defence into the goal attack position. Scott Tutaihu comes off the bench into goalkeeper. Josh Logan coming off for a rest. Andrew Williams coming off from goal attack to the bench. Patrick Griffin moves across from wing defence to goal defence. Interesting call by the Queensland Suns here. I wonder if they're looking for the height matchup with Schloss moving into goal attack.
I think that could be a possibility, trying to take some of the attention away from Herman, but he was killing it in that circle. And to see Logan coming off, it's an interesting move. Maybe it's just to get some fresh legs there and look at injecting him back in, so they've got him for the last quarter. Or even just for giving him 5 minutes break now. But that circle defence in there was terrific.
I thought they were doing a really good job.
But it also shows faith in their bench,
yep.
which is good. I'm not afraid to see coaches actually make some changes, knowing that that's what's going to make a difference and their teammates going, this will help us.
Well, they know their players better than we do, so let's see how effective these changes are.
Great hands.
Now, we're brought to you live by our major sponsor, Game Clothing, as well as Medals to Go, Key Conference, ATPI Sports Events, and Power Shot Photography.
And that was a great pick-up by Victoria, looking to get up early.
Replay ball, bats it down to himself.
Which you are allowed to do. So It's an interesting call.
He's done it a couple of times, though, down this end with this umpire, and they just haven't adjusted.
And that's the thing.
Interpretation.
You have to adjust to what's being called and the interpretation. And replay is always a fickle one that you just got to go with what they've called.
Great ball. Charrington slap of the hands, likes that. Oh, Herman
A
needs
rare
to
miss.
finish.
But eats it up. And Charrington would be happy with that feed. He's starting to find his feet again after a bit of a slow feed on a couple of those.
Yeah, I wonder if that goalkeeper position is just for fresh legs. Logan did a great job in the first half against Claverino.
He was such a presence there as well.
Oh, air ball by Claverino. He will say it's a pass. Or would convert.
The smile on the face indicates he's happy that it came to his player.
Wears his heart on his sleeve, doesn't he, Claverino?
Yeah, he absolutely does. And you don't mind seeing that from some players at times. You see exactly what they're thinking. And it's men's netball. We're going hard the whole week.
Exactly.
You want a bit of emotion in the game.
For those at home, these guys have been training relentlessly for at least 6 months in each of their home states for preparing for this very moment. After 10 round games plus finals, for some of these teams, this is their 13th game of the week.
And Schloss scores his first goal. So solid move from them putting him into the attack line. Gives them a true option. The goal attack before that hadn't scored.
Oh, out of court by DeMonte.
And he knew it. He was just trying to get away with it.
He's been so strong this week for the Victorians. And just a couple small slip-ups in today's final. Bounce pass.
This two hands pressure over each time. I'm liking this from the Victorians. Bit of a change in tactics, stepping up onto it.
Yeah, got a big let's go Scotty comment from Tula Teo. I'm guessing it might be family friend.
Fair chance, I'd say, fair chance. Bit of excitement when some players come off the bench with some of the comments. And I must give a shout out to a couple of former teammates of mine, John Ione, Jesse Boyd. I know they're watching at home and wanted to call out. There's their opportunity.
Well, since you're doing shout-outs then, I might as well give a big shout-out to all the West Coast Thunder, both men's and mixed teams who are watching from home in the apartments. We've had a great week here in Sydney.
Their final in WA Open Men's was incredible.
Against the Victorians.
Yeah, I felt for them completely, knowing some of those players for years.
Oh, great outlet pass by May.
Oh, bit of a panic step on there.
Again, playing on the sideline quite a lot. Change up from the Victorians. May looking like he's coming off into Monty into centre.
That's not necessarily a bad move, keeping fresh legs again. DeMonte is so solid there. He's providing so much drive. But I thought May was doing a good job.
So new wing attack.
Brent Pace has come on there. He's played wing attack Victorian Resis on and off for a number of years now.
It's one of those things too. Coach Jenny Lewis does these strategic timeouts, because let's be real, they weren't injuries.
Absolutely.
But does them at different points in the game. Obviously, their players know exactly when it's happening. Great, but
and
heavy call.
You can see their bench has bibs already on, ready to go, showing that they're ready to step onto court as they need to.
Oh, is Griffin cramping?
No, I think he was indicating that he's left a lot of sweat in that circle. And try not to put any more sweat down there. He's a sweaty man, Patrick Griffin.
I'm sure he'll appreciate that in the call.
Having played against him as well, you do end up with a bit of a smear across your arm when he's brushing up against you. But it just shows how hard he works, really.
Exactly. He was man of the match. Oh! What a block by Scotty Taitua.
How was that timing?
Great timing. He is pumped. Look at him turning around straight away.
Immediately after leaving the hand is when he got that. That could not have been better timing.
Oh, gotta love a block in men's netball.
And I love them when they're like that as well, when they've timed it just after leaving the hand.
I feel like Scotty's family are watching home in Queensland. Wherever you are, he's having a cracker opening minutes. Herman gets the ball. Makira's just on the body, couldn't get his feet around.
And that gets Queensland up for the first time in a while now, 22-21 with their centre pass. Chance to push a lead out again. Makira comes hunting.
Nice control though by Charrington. Wants to centre it, gets it to Griffin. Griffin holds a lot of composure in this Queensland side.
Yeah, the way he came driving through and just stopped, steadied, terrific.
Slosh will just keep running too. I feel like for a tall man, he's got a lot left in the tank. Nice
that
draw.
drive as well. Yeah, perfect drive. That is for a guy that big to do that goal attack sweep. Incredible.
DeMonte to the pocket. Oh, Scotty coming around, gets called for the contact.
And Claverino was indicating pretty clearly that, hey, I think my arm was hit here.
He steps in about 2 meters as well.
Here, umpire? What do you mean I was back there?
Oh, Griffin! Queensland defense just on fire right now. Like, they were good in the first half.
And we've made changes and nothing has been lost there.
No.
Nothing at all. And we were questioning the changes.
This is why Maxine Holzberger is in the grand final, because she knows her players incredibly well with so much experience.
And so much faith in them to make those sort of changes.
Exactly. Yeah, timeout called. Claverino comes to the bench.
Brings on the young fella James Story into goal shooter. His first nationals.
Now, I'm pretty sure it's Story that was B-ball, basketball national identified.
Yeah, he's come through basketball identification process. God, English words are not my forte.
Identification.
Yes, my pronunciation is terrific right now, as you can tell. A lot of yelling from me last night in my boys' game, so I do apologise if my voice does go.
That's all right. So, Herman to line up the shot. I'd like to see him go for it. Oh, offload. Oh!
Schloss wasn't quite expecting it.
Oh, I was going to say, if that wasn't caught with the contact, it would have been a drag.
Why was he even looking low for that pass?
I've been saying this all week. You got 6'6" grown men, and you want to drop them a bounce pass.
But it drew the defender as well. That was the thing. They had to commit to trying to make a stop there, and that allowed that open space up high.
Nice cover by Redden in wing defence. Good ball. Griffin touches it. Didn't get called for using the post. Ginger on his ankle though, on his feet. He'll go through that though.
I'm not sure if Story quite had that in his hand yet. The umpire says no, it was a contest, which is fine.
Oh, Griffin is...
Got to rip him in.
Griffin's struggling.
Well, the logical move is to bring Logan back on if Griffin's struggling there, I think.
Oh, Scotty straight up in the air.
Yeah, he is struggling. But he's a determined fella. He'll keep going.
Oh, Schloss just couldn't maintain that ball. I wonder if there's sweat on the ball now.
I dare say there's a fair bit on the ball.
Against the sideline, Allwood with the feed.
Just forcing that. He needs to kick that to the drive that's gone pocket.
Yeah.
You got a fresh shooter on, work them into the game.
And just safe passage. Safe passage.
Get it into his hands, give him a chance to get a range shot, build his confidence as well. Because no doubt he'll be nervous coming off the bench.
Yes, exactly. Grand final appearance, first time AMNA champs. Queensland needs a driver. Of course it's Griffin. Oh, he's holding the side. Griffin's holding his side. Oh, both can jump. Slosh, of course Slosh can jump.
He's
been
the
defending
defender.
all game.
Yeah. And we've seen him get up there and drive through.
Herman to line up the shot, the penalty. Scores it. Queensland Suns centre pass to come. They're now in the lead, 25 goals to 22. Victoria trailing.
Victoria are going to have to sort out this attack end if they want to make this work and get turnover. We're still getting turnovers defensively, but clean up the attack. Safe balls.
Contact call against Victorians. Pace. Oh, Allwood.
A rare set of hands from Allwood down there, but gets in the way and makes sure it's his ball.
He's very clever with his movements, Allwood, and he seems to always have a lot of space.
That was well moved then. Bit nerve on the shot. He didn't push off at all. He kept that arm down, which was really good from a tall shooter.
Oh, as a lefty.
Just needs to, a bit nervous. Just takes a breath.
Scotty,
bit too close. I I would have let him take the shot again. Give him some confidence.
They're going to be cautioned, I think, for persistent, and he was intimidating in front of the eyes and the vision of the shooter. And Allwood maintaining his 100% shooting record.
Yeah. Nice drive along the line, Brent Pace. He does that well. Just patiently kicks it back, Demont. Normally you'd say to mid-court players don't go to the pocket so much, but it works for these Victorians when they do.
That was a great role by Allwood as well, using Story as the screen.
And Story just offloading quickly. I think he's just trying to get himself a little bit of confidence to put up the shot.
Here's the turnover the Victorians needed.
Oh, chased up by Demont though.
Back into Story. Not set.
No, he very clearly had no intention of putting that shot up. He's gone in for the screen straight away.
Why wouldn't you? Oh, Scotty! Oh, thought that was another clean one. His timing is great.
That was going to be difficult when you've got a player in front of you to get that cleanly without going through someone, but it's good to see him attempting it. Back on centre pass.
So back to even. We've got 4 minutes left to play in the third quarter, championship quarter. And we're at 25 goals apiece. It is a very low-scoring game because it's a defensive game.
And some terrific chase up of loose balls from both teams.
I like that the refs allowed that contest.
And that was the thing, it was a contest. Story had been annoyed himself, he didn't pull it in. See him talking to himself there. Probably telling himself, be a bit stronger hands. We do like seeing those strong contests though. Let the players play. Yeah, good confidence to give that in.
Oh.
Just lays down and says, how did I get there, umpire? Thinks he was pushed a little bit. Whether he was.
Regardless, so you still have to drive the great drive through by Redden. Connects to Sloss. Long to Williamson. Up to Herman. Oh! Couldn't control it in the hands. He's been so strong with those hands and safe. Williamson comes through on the contest. Acknowledges to the umpire. Says, yes, I did contact, sir.
And it's not a bad one to contact on, to be honest.
Yeah, not when they're that deep.
And just slowed up the play. Sometimes you've got to do some things as a player to shift momentum.
Oh, Williamson knows that DeMonte is going into the corner pockets. He's reading that nicely. Has a height advantage, height advantage against him as well. Obstruction call on Griffin.
Nice low game at the moment. Yeah, offload. That's giving some confidence into your other player.
Now, the goalkeeper for the Suns may need to just slightly adjust. He's had a couple in a row now.
Yeah, when you've had the couple in a row, you've got to think about what am I getting called for?
How can I adjust to the umpire? Oh, everyone up, goes long. Moves through the bodies.
We haven't seen that from him in a little while as well.
Not all quarter, so Herman's kept him busy.
And I think it was the change of putting Schloss in there.
Oh, he's got no one. Oh, good feed by Charrington. Panics, then smiles.
Panicked but worked. That's a panic one.
Oh, Griffin on the intercept off the centre pass.
And manages to stay in court somehow.
Almost like literally competed against Brom Kivavali. Oh, this has been a great game. Schloss needs to get inside the circle, passes it off to his main shooter. Makira is out of play.
And now they've got a chance to go back to 2 up.
Exactly. What a final. This is the kind of game you want. Oh, DeMonte comes through. It was a cross-court pass. Entering into the final minute. Men's Reserves Grand Final. Proudly brought to you by Game Clothing. What a game. Matthew, what are we going to do? Who are you? You're cheering for Victoria.
Oh, I'm cheering for netball as much as Victoria. This has been a terrific game. Obviously, as a Victorian, I'd love to see Victoria win. But when you're seeing a game like this, oh, incredible.
This is the types of games you want to watch.
These are finals at their best when they're
Finals
like this.
netball.
We have no idea who is going to win this game.
Goal for goal, every ball contested. Oh,
Teams fighting it out and not giving up.
Oh
One
my-
team gets up by a couple, the other team gets up by a couple.
what is going to happen in the last 15 minutes of play?
That is anybody's guess. Other than, I think we can say safely, there's going to be a lot of defensive pressure.
Now, what if it goes into overtime, Matthew?
I'd tell you what, we'll be
Oh,
excited.
we're going to be so excited as it shoots up. Oh, it misses.
Oh, that is not one you want to miss
Oh.
at that point in it. You
Send
need
it. It's got to
safe.
go.
Oh,
Oh, Kipper Valley. Oh, to close out the quarter. And we've been talking about it, that this has been a defense-driven game. Battle at the defenders. Which shooting circle is going to maintain composure and sink those opportunities at goal? I don't know what's going to happen. We have 15 minutes to decide who is going to be the national champs in the men's reserves division. Will it be Victoria going for back-to-back championships, or can Queensland Suns come back for the ultimate upset?
This quarter is going to be exciting.
I have
can't
no
wipe the
idea.
smile off my face with how
This is
exciting this game is.
fantastic.
I'm very much looking forward to this
Oh,
last
we're
quarter.
going to be writing that play for play.
I
for the
feel we
next
may have to be
15
careful
minutes.
not to knock this table over. That is how excited I think we're going to get here.
All right, well, stay tuned, guys. We're still even scores. 3-quarter break. We'll see you guys shortly after the break. And welcome back to the Janaea Netball Stadium here in Sydney. We are watching the Men's Reserves Grand Final, Victoria v Queensland Suns. It's anyone's game. Scores currently 27 apiece. Victoria comes straight out on court. Suns yet to come. I can see Josh Logan in the goalkeeper bib. Josh Logan coming back on.
Which we expected to happen. We thought maybe it was just being rested for that quarter.
So it looks like Patrick Griffin's game is on hold temporarily at the moment.
Well, we did see him carrying a bit of an injury some stage during that quarter. Probably not a bad thing to put some fresh legs through.
It looks like Williams is back on in wing attack to assist with Schloss and Herman.
And Williamson's moved from centre into goal defence. That should provide a good drive out for them as well. We've seen a couple of changes with Victoria. Brandon Dumont's come back on into wing attack. Ben Brootsman back into centre. We'll see how these changes work.
Oh, Makiras.
We've said that a lot of times today, I feel.
And who, can't right. Oh, Redden gets the ball between the legs. Resets from, contact call on Brootsman.
I thought for a minute it was everybody was going to be getting
Everyone
turnovers.
decided to get a turnover in the first minute. Out to Schloss, comes out. Oh, lucky to get the contact call. Unfortunate for Brootsman.
It was Rankin Varley pushed outside.
Held.
Yeah, bit sneaky stepping in. Makiras probably need to just hold his distance a bit longer. Might have got that whole ball.
Herman with the first shot missed. Gabbs his rebound. Oh, Monty Namok, thank you very much for your beautiful comment that you left. I'd love to do Suncorp. Unfortunately, they don't need me.
They don't know what they're missing out on.
Oh, contact call. Suns are up for it.
Logan just steps up, takes a breath.
Settles them. Both same
Look
side.
down the court.
Down the line. Looking for that connection to Williamson. Herman out. Makira's called for the contact.
He comes out strong as well.
I wonder if they'll set up a 2-on-1. No, they haven't. And Kivavali, how did he... See, that should never happen on a 2-on-1. Great props to Kivavali for that.
That was quality defence there. Again, I agree with you. What are the goalers setting up if they're allowing a defender to be part of that?
Oh, pressure. I feel like both sides are feeling the pressure. Everyone's running, everyone's driving. Redding coming through will get the contact call.
Just a little bit late, worth the attempt. At the very least, it kept Victoria up here for a little bit longer.
Oh, Charrington just got a touch to that ball, couldn't draw it in though.
Where are the players driving?
They're driving to each other. Oh, Story can't hold on to it. There was a flat pass, too low in the delivery. Here comes timeout called. Story coming off. Oh, I'm a marker coming on.
Trying for a bit of a faster circle perhaps here.
Now this is an interesting change because Torin Imamarka, the goal attack for Victoria, has a lot of pace. Give him the ball. Oh, Logan acknowledges that the time hasn't been called on. Let's see what Torin Imamarka can provide.
We certainly will inject a lot of pace into there, which may give that drive that they need. Whether he can put the shots up early and provide, that'll be crucial.
No, he's just been pulled up for his first contact call, using the elbows to drive off his opponent. Just need to tidy that up if he wants to remain penalty free. Looking sideways. Oh, Williams. Oh, couldn't maintain a contact call on Herman.
And then wasn't able to get enough on the ball as a result.
Not enough airtime because he was off balance and in the air. Contact call on Williams. They both went for it. DeMonte with the ball. Contact called outside the circle. Williamson being called for his elbow now, so they won a piece, those two.
Puts up his first shot.
And delivers it.
He was looking hesitant because he was looking around for an option, but I like to see someone back their shot straight away like that.
His shot. Or her if you like. I'm a Mike. We'll have a laugh about that later. Oh, great defensive pressure from the Victorians. Now there is a lot of support crowd down this end. It's heavily Victorian based, so the Suns just trying to find some composure and talking to each other on court.
And they are staying very patient, the Suns players. They're not forcing too much, other than we've seen a couple of step-ons, but a lot of that's just pressure that's already been applied.
Oh, Herman with the missed shot. Oh,
He's not happy about that, Makiris.
Converts that one though.
And he wasn't going to miss the second one there.
So let's see if they come out on defense for the Suns. DeMonte off the line, gets a touch to it, does Redden. Here's the hands over pressure. Okay, here's from Sloss, loose pass. Back up though by Brootsman. Looking for that front position and footwork call by DeMonte. Give him the ball. Oh, Redden and DeMonte facing off, squaring up. Here we go, boxing gloves out. Logan pulls him aside and says, just calm down. Imamarka does the same deal. They both pat each other on the back. Gets advanced though.
That's an interesting call because I think that the wing defence actually instigated the first aspect of that in terms of the attitude. So I think it's probably both players being cautioned if you're going to caution anyone. So if it's a caution just for not giving the ball back, I'm okay with that.
I think that's initially what the call was for, and then they decided to go all bravado on each other.
The chests were beating. I could hear the jungle drums, I tell you that.
And it just goes to show how passionate everyone is out on court. Everyone is hungry. Everyone wants this national championships. Oh, big slip. It's a footwork call. Schloss is down and
does not
down
look
for the
okay.
count. That was a heavy, heavy fall. He looks to be really badly injured. He hasn't moved. Oh,
This is not what you want to
No.
see. No. Players go down, especially players who've had terrific games like he had so far.
now the ruling here also too, I don't know if it applies, but if he cannot be moved from court, the scores are to stay as is as their final score. We're hoping that this is not the way we are going to finish the men's reserves grand final.
And hopefully some common sense comes into play here as well. Allow an appropriate amount of injury time here. Let them sort out what's going on with the player. Give the teams a chance to sort themselves out. We still have almost 10 minutes left in play.
Exactly.
It's been a terrifically tight game.
He's-
He's up. That's a good sign. He says, no, I know I've got this, but unfortunately, mate, it is your injury time. You're going to have to come off.
Oh, and it looks like replacement Luke is coming on. Let me just grab Luke's surname. Luke Cameron. It wouldn't surprise me to see Luke Cameron jump on and then
And a
Schloss
change
come back on.
Yeah. From a coaching point of view as well, just check in with the player at least to make sure they're okay and let the trainer assess them. Because he did take a heavy hit. He was on the ground for a while. Make sure he's okay. He looks pretty determined to get back out there.
Yeah, he looks like he's standing.
I'll see an injury time get called pretty soon, I think. They're just assessing him a little bit more.
Oh,
Good
Redden
hands
over the
outside.
circle.
He is fired up now, Redden, isn't he?
And Imamaka has a disadvantage in height-wise. Lines it up. Nice defense by Williamson. Imamaka trying to roll. Finds Allwood though on the baseline.
That's silly.
It is. When it's at the crucial moments, you just cannot afford to give a shooter the second shot.
And for the most part, there's no point coming behind as a defender to jump that shot. You're rarely going to get the
Oh,
clean 3-3.
now they're all static here, so they just need to find some depth in their game, the Suns. Cameron driving hard down towards the pocket. Mid-quarters need to move. They're getting stuck here. Swing ball. Here comes Blue Cameron on the baseline. Oh, Makiras! Offside though. Didn't make the call.
Oh,
No call.
Advantage contact was the call, so the offside doesn't count. But very lucky.
That was extremely lucky. Oh, this game is going to be very willing in the last couple of minutes here. Up.
For a short going behind like that, I was worried. But
Oh, Williamson gets the tip off.
Redden just steadies.
Steadies. Williamson connects to Charrington, plays it back, centres. Cameron just needs to find some space.
And we haven't seen a score in about 2 minutes now.
No.
That's how intense this game is.
Oh my God, this game is crazy. I hope you are enjoying this live coverage at home. Williams takes a bit of a falcon, long ball. Makiras went up, contact call.
Yeah, probably the hand in the chest.
Yes, needed to go up with two hands. I think the umpire would have allowed that contest. Herman,
Falls short.
you could tell, you could see that coming short, couldn't you? Who is going to maintain their composure in the last 7 minutes of this grand final?
That's a good swing ball as well.
Imamaka looks for the swing. Great defense.
High shot, Allwood.
Oh,
bounces
Allwood
in.
converts.
That is these rings as well. They're very forgiving rings.
And-
other rings that have fallen out, but perfectly in.
And Vic sent a pass to come. Oh, everyone on the pressure. Oh, almost a held ball call. Suns wanting to get up.
There's so much pressure on the ball right now.
Logan goes up,
Nice
misses.
take.
Allwood will pass out. Doesn't want to shoot it from there. Oh, Imamaka called for the elbow again. You could see that from here. That's his second call now.
And he doesn't need to go into that hold position. He's fast enough. He could have peeled out and been in a much better position. Defenders wouldn't be able to catch him.
Coach Jenny Lewis would not be happy with that. With again, we speak about critical moments. That was another one. If the Suns can score, it's their centre pass to come. That gives them a 1 point margin. You only need to win by one in a grand final.
And a game is absolutely about those moments. That was a moment to become 2 goals up and then try and maintain that 1 goal with centre pass.
Everyone is on defense, connecting to Charrington. Cameron couldn't hold it. Looks for the backup. Out of court.
Are they going to make the change back, Queensland?
Just trying to find. Oh, he's got his bib on, so yeah, he's calling for the time. Yeah, Coach Maxine Holzberger, she's looking. He's got an injury. Oh.
Just a bit of confusion at the moment as to how to play. The bench is indicating they want an injury time from one of their players. It's not getting called.
It'll be Cameron, the goal attack to bring Schloss back on. Messaging from the coaches is not being heard out on court here. The crowd noise is insane. It is so loud. Oh,
we can
give him
barely
the one-on-one.
each other right now. That's how loud.
Oh, look away. Oh.
Loose ball. And they're all over it. Makiris has found another level again this quarter. A bit quieter third quarter. He's back on it.
Luke Cameron, I think he's got the message now. He knows.
Yeah, he's indicating the umpire call time. I've done something, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've done something, but the play's going to be allowed to move down the court. Makiris comes in with the harsh ball movement.
He's going to be careful again, Torin, with that swing around because he nearly swung straight in the play before he had the ball. And the change has been made.
And
the change we're expecting.
Oh my God, he almost stacked it over the boards. Doesn't need another injury right now.
We need an injury time. During the injury time, he's come out determined that loss. After that ripper first three quarters, he's not going to want to be behind.
And he's against basically the best player that I've picked for Victoria currently in Kivavali. Those two battling it out on courts for me today. Yeah, nice defensive work by Cartwright. He's doing a lot of work against both wing attacks that have come on in for the Queensland Suns.
He hasn't attracted a lot of whistle there either.
Oh, Slosh couldn't hold on to that one. Here we go, entering in the final 5 minutes of the men's reserves grand final.
Who is going to keep their cool? I think that's going to be the secret to this.
Oh, big defensive chant coming. Oh, loose pass with the step on. That is Makiris' first error. Like, that's unheard of. He's performed brilliantly. Critical moments, we speak about them, don't we, Matthew?
That is the moment. And here's a chance for Queensland to come right back.
Here comes Schloss, ball in. Oh, Makiris. Williams, ball up. Steadies. Yes, and he gets the goal in as well. That's what we like to see.
31-30.
All right, now the Suns need a stop. Big chants going on from the crowds from the Queenslanders. The Suns going up for it. Oh, I'm a marker, left unmarked.
Look at that shot. No defender over it.
Contact call.
He's got to stop pushing in.
Yeah, he's done. That's his third one now.
And that's a little bit of inexperience creeping in at this stage. Oh, comes back to home. I like it.
That's because Charrington was like caught flat-footed. He didn't move towards the ball. Another critical moment.
Oh, great offload as well.
Off shot though.
Oh. Bit of a contest in the air. Get the contact call, Allwood.
Now both defenders need to find their distance.
2 goals up, Victoria. Queensland centre pass.
It's got 3 goals up on this scoreboard, but it's definitely not.
Yeah, I think they just pressed the button a couple of times by accident, as can happen with scoreboards at times. 32-30 is definitely the score.
We've got 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Everyone, strap yourselves in. This is going to go all the way. Herman in. Oh, Makiris can't control it. Go in, go in. Herman up, 2-hand take.
Couldn't quite get that one, Makiris, but he's keeping contesting. He's putting doubt in that mind.
And Herman did a really smart thing there, using both hands up for the ball, drawing that contact from Makiris. Oh, missed the shot. Late call by the umpire. Herman will get a second attempt.
Makiris determined to get a hand over it. Pretty much mounting Scholes.
And Herman stepping in. I wonder if that's inexperience. He didn't need to step in because Makiris was trying to get the hands over the ball.
And there still is time for this Queensland side to come back.
They need to stop though. They need to get up.
They need to make sure they're not obstructing. They need to be putting pressure on every single player. Hands over, good distance.
And the Victorians, if they're
Find
smart,
your player.
just like he was out of play though, Williams. Suns need to stop. What a fantastic final. This is what you want to hear. This Logan gets the stop. Oh my God.
That is Joshua Logan to a T.
Specialty. That's a specialty Logan move.
He reads that so well.
They've got a score. Oh!
Broodsman!
Broodsman!
Could we be yelling out any more names for turnovers right now? I don't think so.
Everyone's had one. Where are they going? I'm a marker pointing and directing traffic.
Demont saying, come to me. We still need to score.
Off shot by I'm a marker.
Terrific rebound, Williamson.
Didn't go down on defense. Got to send it. Send it long.
There is time. We've got to pick it up.
Umpire holding time. There is 45 seconds left of this men's reserves grand final match.
And the crowd is up on their
They
feet.
are going crazy in here. Up to Herman.
Crosses the ball over. Rips
Herman
it
to
in.
shoot.
Got to score.
Great
Oh.
distance. Get the ball. Hold time.
Umpire wisely calls time here.
Makira's just sneakily kicks that ball away.
And why wouldn't you as a defender there?
Oh, you wouldn't though. Whose centre passes it next?
I don't even know anymore.
Oh, gets it.
It's
Victoria's
Victoria's centre pass.
Victorians.
They need a turnover here, Queensland.
If Queensland are going to get this game to a draw, they need to stop now. Redden gets offside, so they're playing advantage. Oh, gets the contact goal. Oh, Charrington gets called for the contact in the contest with I'm a marker.
There is still
this
time.
game is insane.
If they can get a turnover quickly, time has not gone back on.
Oh, thought he had a baseline drive by I'm a marker. He'll line it up. Playing it back. They just need to hold it.
Patience, 1 goal win.
Oh,
32-31. That was an incredible
that was
game.
intense. Queensland is dropping to their knees. This is a repeat of last year. They went down to the VICs by 1 goal. Unfortunate, great game, great battle out there by the Queensland v Victorians. Oh.
So many opportunities for both sides. Such an incredible defensive game from both teams.
And you see the absolute joy on the Victorians' face and the heartbreak from the Queensland Suns men. Oh, what a game.
Both teams fought that out right to the absolute end. You could not have asked for any more from any one of those players. They kept going, they kept chasing.
And there were several key critical moments in that last quarter that could have made it anybody's ball game.
32-31, fitting of the defensive game. How many turnovers people were causing themselves. It wasn't always people throwing the ball away. It was players just reading the ball so well. We saw it at the end from Josh Logan. We saw it from Makiris and Kivavali down the other end. Oh.
This is exhausting. I am exhausted
I
right
was
now.
actually on the edge of my seat trying not to trip over, trying to find words.
Our producer Tim's like hitting us for like screaming into the microphone, but we are writing this play-by-play with you at home. Best seats in the house, though, don't you think, Matthew?
It was such an exciting place to be. I'm so glad I was able to be part of this particular game. This is what grand final netball is. This is what national championships are about.
Now, Matthew, who are you going to look at for potential player from it? We're selecting a player from both sides. Who are you thinking about, or do we need to go to an ad break to confer?
I think we were both happy with Kivavali
I
from
like
Victoria
Kivavali,
and
yes.
Scholes from Queensland.
Sloss from Queensland.
Sloss, sorry, yes.
I
Queensland.
agree.
What a game from both of them.
So stay tuned. We'd like to get a couple of words with each of the players, and we'll come back to you right after this. defence extraordinaire from the Queensland Suns. Wade, my condolences, great effort. How are your boys after that one?
Oh, we're bummed, but the competition was fierce. We knew they'd bring it, so you couldn't ask for anything more out there. We gave it our all.
The fact that you guys gave it to the very last 30 seconds on the last quarter, what was it like out on court? Speak to me about that last minute.
It was frantic. Like, I think nerves from everyone, from just a normal standard centre pass drive to everyone. You can't explain it. It's
that intensity is just crazy out there, isn't it?
And you give it 1,000%, but obviously it wasn't our day. So
I'm seeing the sweat pouring off. I don't want to give you congratulations. Oh, don't shake my hand after that.
No.
But you boys played beautifully all week. Unfortunate not to get the win today, but fantastic achievement throughout the rest of the week. Congratulations and condolences at the same time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was Wade Sloss from the Queensland Suns. And welcome back. We are joined by Victorian Defence extraordinaire, Rain Kivavali. Rain, congratulations on the win. Tell me what this means to you and the boys for Victoria.
Oh, thank you. It was tough. It was a tough match out there. The competition's been tough the whole week. There's been 1-goal margins throughout most games. It means a lot to us. We've had a struggle to get here. We've worked hard when we can. We've had a couple of off-court issues, but on the day we pulled it together. And we're very united and
just happy with the win.
Just relief. Queensland brought everything, and we managed to fight them off.
Now you were able to get a number of turnovers in the game, none more important than those in the last quarter. Talk to me about how pumped you must have felt inside getting those tips and those turnovers.
To be honest, I can't really remember. I just remember Jenny's like on the get on your toes, and it's one of the key words for myself and Sam. And Simon, we're all on our toes trying to get the contest, get a flick, and once we back each other up, getting those scrappy balls in the last quarter.
Cleaned up, and it was a defensive game too. It was a battle of the defenders as we were doing on the call, who could get up and which shooting circle could maintain their composure. Today your boys got up by one, a repeat of last year's grand final.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled for you guys. You guys played a fantastic game. Any final words or people that you want to say thanks you at home?
Oh, personally?
Yeah.
I'd just love to say, I'll say my wife Leah and my dog Melfort and my sister Megan and everyone else at home who've supported myself and the boys throughout the campaign. So thank you very much at home.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Frank. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
We'll see you tonight.
See you tonight.
And that's a wrap up from the Men's Reserves Grand Final.
passion, dedication, fun and fitness. What do all these things have in common? These are all the qualities of Game Clothing and our brand ambassadors, professional athletes Laura Langman and Stephanie Wood. Stay up to date with all the latest ambassador and product news at gameclothing.com.au.